Alright guys, today we're going to be installing the Tim Percy foot steering on a Hobie PA14 360. One nice thing about this whole steering system, guys, is there's no drilling required as far as going through the hole. You can screw some screws into the kayak for help support and hold down your cables a little bit, but there's no actually drilling into the kayak to run anything inside the kayak. I guess the first thing I'm going to end up doing, guys, is getting the actual foot steering assembled to put on the H-rail and the track up front. So you're going to need one of these, and they're going to actually give you labeled two, left and right, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah. You got L right there, and you have one right here for the right side. And the reason why this matters, guys, is because when it's against the kayak on the H-rail, you're gonna have it like this, so the actual black tubing will feed right inside of there and lock in place. So it locks in place right there. This also goes flush against the kayak, or against the pedals, so it won't come back all the way either. So it's gonna be much flush like this, and then the other one will mount to the front up here into the track. Now I will say, guys, do not over tighten this one because this one's pretty much flush. So if it's flush, it's kind of hard to get it to unscrew sometimes. So this one you'll just kind of tighten last all the way. Slide your bolt in. Alright guys, and once you figure out what you want exactly, guys, you tighten up these, and you'll tighten up this one too as well. You can also tighten this all the way as well. You make sure you have enough leg room for you to actually use it. One side down. Do the exact same thing for this side too as well. Alright guys, so for my kayak, I have the innovative Sportsman mount back here. And to make this work for this mount, what I have to do is we're actually going to put it in under here. So it's going right there, guys. I'll take these screws out. I'm going to line up and figure out where the hole's at. I'm going to drill me a hole through both sides of this. This will mount back here, so it'll help hold the outer sheathing for the interior wire to go through in place. That's the only challenge back here for this one. He does send you with some of these to help mount it to. And it looks like they could fit right here possibly, guys. You just pretty much pull your bolts through there and screw it in place. But I just don't think it's gonna reach, guys. I think it's too far back here with the amount of tubing he gives me. What I did already is I kind of went back here with the Sharpie and just kind of made a little line where this should line it back, because I gotta try and make a kind of guesstimate where it should be. I also made a little notch right here on top of here so I can know where it's at too as well, so I can line up this line and this and just pretty much drill a hole right in that spot, guys, on both sides, so I can send the screw through both sides to hold it in place back here. Alright guys, just get it started, because once I get both sides started, I'll remove this actually all the way through with it. As you can see, there's the hole I drew, there's my line. Same thing on the other side too as well. Another hole over there. So now when I line these up, alright guys, and that's how it should look. So I'm gonna take your sheathing right here, guys. Make sure your ends are pretty cleaned out too first. It's either a pick or a nail. This is a little pick I have. Just gonna put it inside here and make sure that little end's opened up good for me. So I'm gonna slide my tubing through there very easily. do not over tighten, guys, because inside of here is a piece of metal tubing as well. It's inside this. So if you tighten it too much, you can pinch that tubing and it makes it harder for your actual wire to run. Alright guys, so we did it. It's running from right here. Have it here. I'm gonna add me a little clamp there, maybe another one right here too as well to hold in place. Or I might just do one right here possibly instead, or here, I'm not sure where at. That's gonna be fed through right here so it holds through so I can still open so I want to. I'll probably do one more holder right here to hold this in place. And I'll go inside of here and I'll cut it to the length once I get it all finalized out, guys. I'll cut the length so it sits right inside here nice and flush. So it's just flush, I'll cut it off right there pretty much. Alright guys, so I'm going to use some little tie downs. These are going to be 1/4 inch and they'll slide right over this and they'll just help hold this thing down snug to the kayak wall. I'm going to do one for shore right here. I'm going to reuse a couple screws here and up front to help hold in place. So I'm not really doing too many screws. I'm going to do one screw, a little small screw right here into the kayak back here in the back just to help hold it backside down. Alright guys. Alright guys, one side's complete. Do the exact same thing on the other side too, guys. Alright, next guys, you'll be running your wire actually through there. And when you do that, you're also going to be adding these little end caps that come with your kit. You're going to go inside of here as well too and give you a little end cap to go inside there. But the hard part is trying to slide it through afterwards, so it's best to put these on when you put the wire on. Alright guys, now I got the whole wire ran through here. I just pulled this front part out. I got plenty of slack to play with, guys. I'm going to pull this out. We're going to actually crimp this over and lock that in like that so it's locked on there. So in the kit, you get a couple crimps, also a heat shrink. Cut the heat shrink into quarters. So we're going to heat shrink over the top of this once I get it on there. So start off. Slide your heat shrink on there. Slide your first crimp on there. Look something like this, guys. And of course, you can make this loop as small as you wanted to make it, guys. So I'll tighten this thing down a little bit, make it nice and snug. I'll crimp that over with some pliers. So I get that crimped over. I'll go with a heat shrink right here. I'm trying to save me some more slack back there, guys, because the Innovative Sportsman's pretty long. So gives me a little room to play with back there in the back. So I'm just trying to make this nice and snug. Either a lighter, guys, works, or I have a heat gun, so I'll shoot a heat gun on there and heat shrink that down. And I'm going to repeat the exact same process, guys. Go this side first, and after I get this whole setup done, I'll go to the very back and get this stuff back here for the motor. Alright guys, so go ahead and get my motor back here so I can make sure I get the right length I want. There's a little bit slack up there, guys. I'm gonna move my pedals up a little bit so I have room to play with it there. So actually, I can cut this wire a little bit shorter too, guys. So I might cut a few inches off the wire just so it's not so much extra wire sticking around. So instead of cutting the wire, guys, I'm just going to crimp it right here. Just kind of slightly crimp it in case I need something happens. I at least have some extra wire if I need it for some reason. But I'm going to crimp this one. I'll heat gun that one on there so it's nice and smooth looking. Just want to double check everything's correct. Motor straight. Everything kind of lines up how I want to line up. So I'm going to crimp this one right here down. And I'm just going to crimp right here, guys. Just slightly crimp this one just so it's holding extra slack in there. Alright guys, so Tim Percy stuff installed now. Just gotta go and run my pull cords and everything back on the kayak. Well guys, camera overheated on me, so I couldn't finish recording the last little bit, but all I did was just finish running the pull cord to stow the motor and also the reverse pull cord too as well. I'll do a walkthrough video of the whole kayak pretty soon. So I'll do a whole walk through this whole kayak. I got everything set up for it. Clean install, guys. Really was a clean install. Simple. I definitely recommend the Tim Percy foot steering for the Torqeedo or Newport, or you're gonna do it for. But foot control steering is a sweet thing to have, guys. Especially you got a long trek going to your fishing spots. Hands free. You can fish. You can eat. You can drink. You can type. You can text. What you're gonna do with your hands. Not dealing with a rudder at all. Just foot control steering, guys. You're good to go. Especially if you got a lot of tight weaves and turns around, guys, it's hard to beat it. But alright guys, Tim Percy, foot control steering complete.